second group, which is the other group, the opposite group of the affirmative. She is Hema Sunil, and she and her husband joined the club recently, but she has already participated as the Toastmaster of the day, and she made a remarkable show. She will lead the team to success. Please help me welcome Toastmasters. Second group team member, we have Sayyid Adnan already gone to the other side.
It's okay.
Aziz.
Aziz.
Mr. Aziz is a familiar face and he's an engineer by profession. And I remember his remarkable icebreaker with the following conclusion. He said, "Don't say cheese, say Aziz." Please help me welcome Mr. Aziz Sebastian. Yukendra will be conducting this event. Yeah, so I would like you to come over and conduct the debate session. Thank you.
Without any delay, I would like to call the affirmative side team leader, Toastmaster Adnan Sayed, to make his first argument, please. Put your hands together for
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, Assalamu alaikum and good evening.
Good evening.
Today, I'll be leading a team of debaters, and we'll be debating that the recent advancement in technology is constructive. To start with, the history of technology and the history of invention of tools and techniques have gone side by side, hand by hand, with the history of mankind himself. Man is by nature a curious being. Wherever he goes, he wants to make full use of his surroundings. Whatever is available, he will make use of it. What for? To ease access of transportation, to ease access of information, to help him in his life, to help him whatever, so that he can sleep better at night. And tonight, our team will be discussing three major points to support our argument. One is how mass media and communication have helped us in constructing our technology. Number two, how transportation is also good for our technology, how transportation has been good to us in technology. Yes, sorry. Point number three is how the advancement in medical field and the health science have helped us to save lives and cure diseases. I'll be talking about the first point, which is the mass media and communication. How this is helping us constructing a better present and a better future. Let's talk about, for example, let's talk about what are the recent inventions that happened in the recent times. There is radio, there is television, and there is internet, mobile phones, and things that we communicate with each other. Now, radio has been used at first to announce news. For example, things are happening in one part of the world is being announced in another part of the other part of the world, basically. And then it moved on to not just for news, but also for advertisement, to announce about sports, results, whatever is happening, weather forecast. And so the TV came and it was the major communication, the major media tool for our generation. It has gone on to preview news, weather forecasts also, and then there's also has been used for an educational tool for us and for our kids For example, there are famous channels that goes for National Geographic channel or the educational channels that are there that are helping us and helping our kids also to know more about this. And then when we talk about the internet has helped us so much to communicate with each other. It helped us so much to build a better present, to know exactly what is happening in every part of the world. It's also helping us to get detailed information of whatever we need. You say it, you name it, you will find it in the internet. You name it, like for example, about your health, education, travel, you name it, you have it. And then also it helped us in many news breakout. For example, when the communication was blocked in Egypt, where did the news come from? It's from the internet. People use mobile phones to tweet, to put statuses on Facebook. That helped us in our arguments. With this, I think that our point has been very constructive, and this technology has helped us build a better present. Thank you.
I would like to call upon Toastmaster Hema Sunil, the team leader of who's arguing for the negative side of the argument. Toastmaster Hema.
Good evening and a hearty welcome to all the fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests.
Good evening.
My friend and Toastmaster, Mr. Adnan, definitely I agree that man has come a long way alongside with technology. But don't we all agree that what is food for one man can be poison for the other? Very well. We all live in the 21st century, don't we? With time comes changes. Over the past, we have seen a lot of changes, development in technology. The question is, are these changes a boon? Now I stand here to contradict this statement. Technological advancement in recent history is leading us towards destruction. It is actually a double-edged sword. In fact, the much sought after concept in today's lifestyle is the very cause for lifestyle problems. Let me substantiate my stand. As my friend discussed about the mass media, definitely it has come a long way and helped us. But did we see the other side of it? The TV. Aren't we missing on the quality time that we spend with the family? Most of the times, the men are sitting in the front of the TV, the children are also watching something, playing Wii or on the internet. Don't we miss out on that? Think about the times when we didn't have a TV. We had more time to spend with the family and children had more time to play outdoor. Nowadays, we don't see that. Similarly, the internet. Did people go to the moon before the internet was found? So why do we have to make it so inevitable in our life? We can always avoid it. We have other ways of doing things. What about postal letters? Don't we miss those personal lines in the letters? We miss that. The email is only an impersonal way of expressing your views. Today, if we do a wrong fingering, the same personal email that you think would be going to hundreds of people. But that doesn't happen with a postal letter. They are also keepsakes. We must remember this. Thirdly, technology also weakens natural body and ruins its ability to adapt. What about the air conditioners? These are also one of the home gadgets. Air conditioners aggravate skin problems and respiratory problems due to overuse. We are missing the fresh air and the fresh faces on the road by using the treadmill. Don't you all agree?
Yes.
Aren't we missing that?
Yes.
Yes. Mobile phones. Today I pick up the phone and call up a friend. She may be busy with somebody or she may be sleeping for all you know. But I want to pass on the message right now. I don't care. I just want to barge into somebody's space. I don't care. Why the hurry, man? We can wait till we meet up with our friend tomorrow. This is how mobile phones have been affecting our lives. Mobiles are going to be injurious to health 20 years down the line. and I'm sure about that. And here again, my team will be split into two other members. My second team member will be speaking about the food that has been affected by the new technology, food habits, and the nuclear reactor problem in Japan. My third team member will be summarizing our stand. To close it up, I would say, last but not the least, everyone seems to be running and running. Technology has intervened with life and snatched away from us the art of waiting. Remember, advancement of technology has compromised the safety of children in their women's womb in the form of sonography, giving rise to a new social evil, female infanticide. Can anybody contradict on that? No, we cannot. It is only a materialistic pleasure between life and death. We all came naked and we are going back naked. We are not taking anything with us. Thank you.
The debate is heating up now. To heat it up more, I would like to call upon our President, Toastmaster Matthews, to affirmate their team's position.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
My fellow Toastmaster, Toastmaster Hema, was very confident in saying that we were not using internet to go to the moon. But I am opposing her argument that internet means any sort of communication between one network to another network. And it was impossible for a satellite to go from Earth to moon without any sort of communication. And again, how you went to the moon? With the use of technology, of course. Without use of technology, how it's possible for you to go to the moon? You cannot fly to the moon. And Toastmaster Hema was saying that TV and internet are making people lazy and they were spending their valuable time in front of TV. Again, our Toastmaster Adnan was saying that technology is a tool. It is up to us how to use that tool. We should not blame the tool for the wrong way of using it. Take the example of a hammer. We all know that what is the use of a hammer. But if I take a hammer and hit your head, whom should we blame? Me or the hammer?
The hammer.
The hammer. It should be the hammer. Right? Or me?
It should be you.
Me. Okay? So it is us to be blamed. Who is using it and how we is using it. Not the technology to be blamed. One of the most advantages of technology is in the field of medical sciences, as mentioned by Toastmaster Adnan. You know that in 13th century, there was an epidemic in Europe. It spread all over the world. It is called the Black Death, the plague. In Europe itself, it killed around 25 million people. 25 million people means it was 1/3 of the total population in Europe. And all around the world, it killed 75 million people. And you know, recently we faced an epidemic called swine flu in 2009. And the death toll was 15,000. It would have been more disastrous if we didn't have the technology. We use the technology efficiently to control the death rate. It would have been a major disaster compared to the plague epidemic which happened in Europe in 13th century. So it is evident that technology is helping to save the life of humans. Coming to the transportation. Long back, people were not knowing that life existed outside their habitat. Now, with the modern technology, we are traveling all around the world and even outside the world. We reached up to the moon so far, as Toastmaster Hema was saying. So this was the advancements of technology, and we can say that it is the technology which is developing in a fast pace when you are comparing to any other technology in the world. Nowadays, we don't need to know even the roads. You have a GPS in your car to tell you the way. What else you need from a technology? If it is saving you, it is good for you. And back to you.
Wow, it has started to boil now. To make it more boiling, I would like to call upon a person who works for ACs.
Thank you for a wonderful introduction. So, to put my, wow, it's a good argument from the affirmative side. But is that all what you have? No. It has the, as Mr. Toastmasters Emma said, it has the other side of the face, and it is ruining our world. He told about transportation. Yes, transportation is a better one, but we are just pushing it as much as CO2 as possible in the in our air, and it is building up to make the total air into a hard boiled thing, and it will not be suitable enough for us in down 20 years from now. It will not be suitable for us to live in. So where is the technology? So should it not save the world, or should it just transport us? It should save us. So when it has to save us, it's not that it just saves today. It has to save it till the end of the world. So it is making the end of the world for us. So what else you want us to do with the technology? Right, Mr. Sijok? Is that not? And when it comes to our deformative side, when you go to leave all the world aside, just go to your home, leave the boardroom, drawing room, and just go enter into the kitchen and see. There you can find an industrial inside your kitchen. Mixers, grinders, microwave oven, and a refrigerator, a heater, electric cooker, everything lined up. Okay? What you are going to get? A frozen food taken out of the refrigerator, put it in a microwave, heat it up for 5 minutes, thrown on your plate. And what is it going to do? Obesity. Yes, it is killing our people by obesity. All our fast food makers are killing our people by the obesity, and then it is to get your statistics, 35% of the people here in Saudi Arabia are obese and diabetes. Okay? So that lifestyle has been brought by what? A technology which is brought by them. So we should hang on to the nature and be natural as possible. And the other thing, how much is 2 plus 3? If you ask a kid, she will say, why should I break my head to get to know about it? A calculator will do it for me. A computer will do it for me. Write a letter, spell check, do it. But you lose your natural ability of calculating something. You lose your ability to remember the words and numbers. So it is limiting your ability limiting your ability. So time doesn't permit me, and I pass on the lecture back to the.
My dear Toastmasters, it's time for the last round of the debate. I welcome Toastmaster Maki Mabu to stabilize their position.
Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, good evening.
Good evening.
They're making it hard for me now, but okay, Sayyid Amin, you mentioned a lot of points here, and I'm going to tackle one by one. You talked about transportation, and you said that there is a side effect of transportation. And let me just tell you this, without transportation you wouldn't be here. Transportation is essential. In the old days when we used animals, it took us forever to get to where we wanted to go. But right now, it's essential to get to where we wanted to go in the shortest possible time. So we're doing it right now. Now, if we're talking about the effect of the fuel or anything else, now think about the technology and what it's doing. They're coming up with hybrid vehicles. They're coming up with electrical vehicles. They're finding alternatives to what the transportation today is. But think again, what we are doing, we are relying back on technology to come up with alternative solutions to what you call a problem. To us, it's not a problem, it's helping humankind. Another thing that you were talking about is mixers, refrigerators, microwaves in your kitchen. Can you imagine in the old days when you leave your food in the open to the bugs and they come, flies and everything else, and you get sick because it's exposed to the bugs? Now you have the refrigerators that save your food for you. It will be really healthy for you to go in there, grab your food, eat it safely without going to the hospital. And now when you want it to warm it up, you don't have to chop up all of this wood from the jungle. All what you have to do is just flip a switch, and it's going to be really hot for you, and you're going to enjoy it, believe me. And now the calculators, again, it was mentioned by the members of my team. Everything is a tool. It's up to you as a human being, whether you're going to use it right or you're going to abuse it. If you're given a calculator, it's up to you, whether you're entirely going to rely on it or you're just going to use your brains a little. So the calculator is just a tool for you when it gets really complicated for you, because sometimes human beings have limitations, and that technology is going to help you because that's what it's there for. Now, we talked about transportation. We talked about medical transportation, as we all know that it is transportation, medical, and communication. They're helping human lives to advance, and we're going to rely on technology always just to become, to have better life. Thank you.
The affirmative side has concluded their argument, and now it's time to all of us to say cheese and welcome Aziz to conclude their position.
Good evening, one gathered over here. Technology. Our position is that technology is destructive. Let's consider the argument that our Toastmaster Adnan has made. Technology has helped us sleep better. We are sleeping better every day. But let me ask you a question. How many times have you been woken up in the middle of the night, hearing the sound of your mobile phone or telephone? And how many times have you answered it and just said wrong number and slammed down the phone and ruined your sleep? But the telephone was actually invented, or when it came to India, odds of you getting the right number were so remote. In fact, the word wrong number was more popular than the word hello. And then we talk about the quality of life. Are we sleeping better again? The medical advances. My grandfather is 70 years old, but I would never shake his hand. Do you know why? Because at this age, he's stronger than all the 3 generations of grandchildren combined. I fear for my fingers because he's so strong. And he does not use machines. He works in a field all day, shoveling and doing all the dirty work. But he's so healthy. He never uses any machines. And are we in the same position today? When we look back, in fact, every day when I go to sleep, I always worry. Am I getting 1 point closer to getting diabetes? Is my hair going to fall? Will I get a heart attack? And how do we get that? Because of the pollution that was caused by machines. What God has made, the heaven that earth is God made, man has polluted by means of his machines. Now coming to our side, first, quality of life. Toastmaster Hema gave the example of letters. What is actually a postal letter? It is not a piece of paper on which you write, I am in Saudi Arabia. Hello, how are you? You put your heart, you put your soul in it. When you open a letter, you feel that person speaking to you. I have a friend to whom I wrote a letter 5 years back. On last vacation I saw her, and she opened her purse and she showed me the letter and said, see, this is the letter that you wrote to me 5 years back. I keep it with me all the time, because it reminds me that you are here with me all the time. And what does an email do? Hello, how are you? Did you finish the assignment? Let's go to the next point, communication. Mobile phones. In fact, the best moments of my life were not the moments that I spent talking on the mobile phone or answering my emails. It was time that I spent with my family, talking to each other without the blaring sound of the television. That is the best moment of my life. Next, the trust that we have, or what our Toastmasters side I mean said, our natural abilities. Haven't they taken a hit? In fact, I cannot write a paragraph now without major spelling mistakes. That's what technology has done. It has ruined the trust that we have in ourselves, ruined the quality time, and only brought us negative effects. With that, I conclude my.
All the arguments are over. Our debate has come to an end. And now it's time to see which